Assalamu alaikum students, this is Sir Abdul Samad Khan, and today we are going to learn some other topics from the chapter Common Fractions for grade 6 Matriculation. So let's get started. Okay, combined operations. While simplifying a mathematical expression, the combined operation should be performed in the order of board mass, where these are the abbreviations for the board mass. B stands for brackets, O stands for off, D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition, and S stands for subtraction. This is the sequence by which we are going to solve the following sums. Okay, number one example. In this example we have two kind of brackets. The first one is the small bracket or the circle bracket, and the second one is the curly bracket. So the sequence to solve these kind of brackets is, first of all, we are going to solve the small brackets and then the curly brackets. Okay, now first step what we have to do is to convert this mixed fraction into an improper fraction by the same process that we will multiply this 2 with 7, and whatever the answer we will get, we will add it in the numerator and we will get the final answer as 15 divided by 2. Okay. Number 2 is that the second step is that according to the board mass rule, multiplication comes before the addition. Okay, so first of all we have to multiply these two fractions. Number 1. Okay, we can also cancel the values like 5 and 15. Both the values can cancel by the table of 5. 5 1 is 5 and 5 3 is 15, and in the denominator we will have left with only 3 times 3, which is 9, and in the denominator 2 times, which is 2. Okay, and all the remaining values are as same. In the third step we are going to take the LCM of these two values. Okay, 17 and 2, and the answer is 34. So we are going to read the table of 17, that in the table of 17 when 34 comes, the answer is 2 times. So we have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the table of 2. Similarly we have to read the table of 2, and in the table of 2 34 comes when we multiply it 17 times, so we have to multiply 17 in the numerator and in the denominator as well. Then we have to multiply the values like 8 times 2 is 16, 17 times 2 is 34, plus 9 times 17 is 153, and 2 times 17 is 34. Okay, if we see, these two fractions are called the like fractions because the values in the denominator are same. So what we have to do in these kind of fractions, we just have to write the denominator once and note down the numerator as it is, like this. Okay, now if we add the numerator 16 and 153, we will get the answer 169 divided by 34, and finally we will convert this division sign into the multiplication sign. And the rule we have already discussed in the previous lecture, that when we will convert the division sign into the multiplication sign, the fraction which is on the right side of that sign will become the reciprocal. Okay, now we have two ways to solve these fractions. First, we are going to multiply the numerator and the denominator, and the second one is we can cancel the values directly, like 13 and 169 comes in the table of 13, and 17 and 34 also comes in the table of 17. So both the ways are correct. So first of all, what I have did over here is I multiplied 169 with 17, and I got the answer 2873, and 34 times 17 I got the answer 4 and 2. Then I divide both the values with the table of 13, and I got the answer 221 divided by 34. Furthermore, both the values are further divisible by 17, so I divide both the values and I got the final answer of 13 divided by 2. Since it is an improper fraction, so we can convert it into the mixed fraction by dividing it, and when we divide the values we will get the answer 6 whole number 1 over 2, and that's my final answer for this question. Okay, let us see the example number 2. This example is actually the kind of a complex fraction which we have already discussed in the previous lecture, that if in the numerator and in the denominator there are also the fractions, those kind of fractions are known as the complex fractions. Okay, so first of all we need to take the LCM of 2 and 3 because there is a plus sign between them. Okay, this line indicates that there is a division between these two fractions. Okay, so I just remove this line and mark the division sign over here. Okay, in the next step I took the LCM of 2 and 3 which is actually equal to 6, and then I read the table 2 that in the table of 2 when 6 comes, the answer is 3 times. So I multiplied the numerator and the denominator by the table of 3. Similarly, in the table of 3, 6 comes when we multiply it by 2. So we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the table of 2. Okay. And on the right hand side of the division sign, it is also a mixed fraction. So I just multiply 15 by 1, which is 15. And then add in the numerator, which is equal to 28 divided by 50. Then I just simply multiply the values. 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6. And the right side value is actually as it is I've written over here. Okay, on the left hand side it's actually the like fraction because the denominator values are same. So what I have to do, I have to write the value of the denominator once and copy down the numerator as it is. And when I add the values 3 plus 4, it will become 7 over 6. Okay, and finally I have to change this value or convert this sign into the multiplication sign, and the value will become somehow like this. And finally I can cancel 7 and 28 by the table of 7, and 6 and 15 by the table of 3. And the other way to solve the question is I just multiply 7 by 15, which is equal to 105, and 6 times 28, which is equals to 168, and then further I divide both the values by the table of 3, and then I got the answer 35 divided by 56. And then 35 and 56 are furthermore divisible by the table of 7. Okay, so when I divide the values by the table of 7, I got the answer 5 divided by 8, because 7 times 5 is 35 and 7 times 8 is 56, and it cannot be divisible further. So that's my final answer for this question. So that's all from today's video. Hopefully you all understand that video, and inshallah we'll meet you in the next lecture with some other topics. So till the next time, thank you so much for watching, and Allah Hafiz.